3y squared be negative?
Let's see.
Because you subtracted the other side?
I subtracted
you
this
subtracted.
side.
Okay.
And then move that one over there. I mean, it could go either way. If both your signs were exact opposites.
I like my divided dx over here.
Oh.
Yeah, it has to be on this side.
Yeah,
I think I had the exact.
The last problem.
Oh, it would have been okay. So if it's a horizontal tangent,
It's 0.
0 is equal to what?
Y. 0 is equal to the derivative.
Oh, yes. Okay. If I set this equal to 0, how do I solve it?
You
Multiply by number.
Okay. What are you multiplying by?
the bottom.
Okay.
And then we have 4y minus 3x squared is equal to 0.
Yes. So what I was trying to get you to say was you basically just set the top equal to 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But y'all figured it out.
We got there.
Yeah.
The y goes over there. Or the x for the, I don't know. Y gotta be by itself.
They
Yeah.
be on two opposite sides.
Yes. Now we're trying to find the values of x. So
Yeah.
I'm going to get y, like you said, get y all by itself.
It'd probably be better to add the 3.
Yeah, I would
Yes,
totally
it'll
agree. So that's 3/4 or 3x squared over 4 either way, same thing.
X squared, I forgot that squared.
Isn't that be like a plus minus one?
So then we plug
Not
that
only
in.
if we took the square root.
And
Say
then we
that
plug
again.
that in for y.
Yes.
Solve for x.
We take this, we plug it in for y.
Fine.
4. Hey, the 4's will cancel.
See, those, all of that needs to cancel.
So it'd be 4 times 3 over 4 x squared. That's equal to minus 3x. And the 4's will, hold on.
She's plugging into the OG.
Why?
Oh, because if I plug it into the derivative, I know it's equal to 0. Because I just said the derivative was equal to 0.
Cool. So what are we doing now?
Yeah, no.
I am plugging this into the original equation
Oh, we're trying to find values of x.
so I can find the x's that make this have a horizontal tangent.
Fine.
And that happens when y is 3/4 x squared. I lost my place. There it is.
The 4 is still cancel.
Oh, plus 1.
Right?
I'm sorry, what? Plus 1?
No, they won't cancel.
No, there is a plus one.
So,
Yes.
where's the bottom part go?
The 4?
Different equation.
I'm plugging it in here.
No, like down there.
Well, here, when you multiply, you would cross multiply.
Oh.
Okay, so 3 cubed is 27. X squared cubed would be x to the 6th. 4 cubed is 64, just kidding. Multiplying here, the 4's do cancel.
Okay.
So it's 3x cubed plus 1. Move everything over to one side, so let's see. Yep. So I have 27 over 64 x to the 6th minus 2x cubed minus 1.
It's not a quadratic though.
No, it's not a quadratic. So we're going to use this puppy, which, by the way, the puppy is the calculator. And
I wish it was a real puppy.
figure out where it's equal to 0.
We just had a dog do it.
Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. Because my dog ate one of my dog did mine more.
Remember, if you hit alpha y equals, you can type in that fraction the way you see it. X to the 6th minus 2x cubed minus 1. And we're just trying to find out where it equals 0.
That's the type that equals 0.
Nope. And I just set zoom 6 because I didn't know what to set the window as. I just hit zoom 6, which sets it to a standard window for us.
I think that was in 6 for a while.
That's what you got.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, mine looks weird.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
funny.
Does it look like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I think I'm too far zoomed in.
Oh, hit zoom 6.
And then a trace button, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's too zoomed in.
Okay.
I was like, that looks like a part of it.
Then you hit second in the trace button because we're going to calculate the zeros.
Yeah. Left.
Yep, you got to do left bound, right bound.
Right.
So second trace,
Yes.
number 2 for 0. Left bound, so you cursor to the left of the first 0 and hit enter. Right bound, cursor to the right, hit enter.
Got it.
Somewhere in there, what'd you get?
I lost it.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
did a negative
Seven.
0.7.
6, 9, 7.
I don't remember the
Oh, yeah, I forgot what I had.
negative point.
770.
Yeah. And there's another one, right?
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Well, I don't have it.
Well, no, you have to find it. It's where it crosses the x-axis. She's like, what?
I messed it up. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, right there.
I don't remember the buttons.
Oh, wow.
There's such a little gap between where I think it is.
It's okay. Just hit
I
it.
don't know what just happened because my y didn't equal 0, but it equals like negative 2e to negative 12.
That's really close.
1.732.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got it. Good.
I got some funky looking paper.
But you got that for your x?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
You're good then.
Yeah, it's not even really zero, but it's funky.
Okay. So in terms of y, now this one's different. It's not asking us to find the x value. It's just saying in terms of y, describe the values of x for which the curve, that's the one we just found,
Yes.
will have a vertical tangent.
Dang it.
So how can I tell when this has a vertical tangent?
When
it's
x is
undefined.
0.
When
Or
3y
y
squared
is
minus
0.
4x equals 0.
Yes. What did you do, Brooklyn?
Because it's undefined if 0 is in the denominator.
Yes. So you take the denominator
Um,
and you set it equal to 0.
Wait, why again?
under the
Why?
line.
Because we want to know when it's a vertical tangent. And
No,
vertical tangent has an undefined slope.
No, why do we take the denominator?
Because
I
Well,
didn't
to be undefined, 0 is under the line. It's undefined. And in terms of y, so that means you solve for x.
Okay. Is it 3 over 4 y squared?
And it didn't say we actually had to find the values, praise the Lord. So, now, given the curve blah, it says find d squared y over dx squared.
Yeah, it should be
It
positive.
should be positive.
Because if you.
Oh, I forgot to move that negative, didn't I? Thank you.
I was looking at this, I was like, I'm positive.
I do too. On my original paper. Okay. So given the curve blah, find, now what this means is the second derivative. And we've only done that like maybe once or twice. The second derivative just means you find the derivative and then you find it again. And if it was a third derivative, you'd do it again. If it's fourth derivative, you do it again. Okay, so we start with the first derivative. So, derivative of y squared.
2y dy dx.
2y dy dx. Very good. Plus 2 dy dx equals 2.
Q.
What?
Said Q.
Oh, I thought you were saying cubed.
No.
I'm going to factor out the dy dx. It gives me 2y plus 2. So dy dx is 2 over, and I can factor out a 2. Twos will cancel. You got 1 over y plus 1. Now we're good there. Okay, now the second derivative. So I take the derivative of this derivative, which we write like that. Or you might see y prime prime.
Oh, that's what that was?
Yes, that just meant find the derivative again. So we're just taking the derivative of this. Now, do you want to use the quotient rule? Yeah? Okay. It won't be that bad. Low d high, which is 0, minus high d low, which is dy dx, square the bottom, and away we go.
I did not leave myself enough room for this.
No, so I'm just going to erase
What
the
did I
word
do?
that and just call that.
Derivative of 1. It's a low d high. Derivative of a constant is always 0. This one? No, that's high d low. That's the second part. I thought you said where's the 0? Or what's the 0? This is low d high minus high d low.
And that's the bottom.
Yeah. Square the bottom. Okay, so then second derivative. Top, that's 0. So it's negative dy dx over y plus 1 squared. Okay, I want you to work on this homework. Homework day 28, because tomorrow we'll finish this up real quick and then start the next step. Bye.
I did too, probably. I remember.
Hey, that's awesome.